Alright everyone, today's video is campaign tagline, and it's going to be about the tagline you use to help you create some flesh and bone for the campaign that you're making. So a tagline is normally used in advertising and in jokes. It's really short, one line. I take the same idea and I apply that to campaigns. It's just 3 short lines that describe your campaign from beginning to end. So in the beginning, what caused the problem? In my case, in 7 stars, the star fell. Right, the star that's the main piece of the campaign. She fell and she created a rift to the aberrant plane. She was captured. She was locked away, and since then, the radiation of the star has flavored everything with some celestial energy, and the hole to the aberrant plane has affected everything with some aberrant radiation. So that's going to kind of flavor everything in the city and in the campaign is this 2 competing forces of the celestial and the aberrant. So the star, she's a good force and she wants to help people. If she were a warlock patron, she would definitely be the celestial patron rather than the great old one or the fiend or something like that. So this celestial force, she's locked away though. She can't really help that much. So the vault guards around her, she's turned them into minor creatures. They're diva that kind of protect her and try and keep the aberrations in check. And over the years, her vault is weakened because when she landed, the denizens of Ihend, the old city, the first 12 tribes, they hit her and they got their dwarven allies to build a vault around her. And if you remember my character Argo, his family were the ones who built that vault, so that's going to play in quite a bit to the campaign, as well as Dahi, his family were one of the chief of the was the chief of the 12 tribes. So that's both of those things are going to play in, and that's an excellent way to tie into yesterday's video of backstory implementation. But that's not what's important right now. So we've got, right, what happened. The star fell toward the aberrant hole, and she's captured here. So this is going to kind of affect everything, and this has caused a lot of problems over time around Ihend, is people sense the star, and they always attack, so Ihend's usually been under attack. And the aberrant plane has increased its way to get into the city, right, because it was 1,000 years ago, so the hole has grown over time and now extends under all of Ihend and even a little bit outside the city, and it's affected the denizens in a lot of ways. The men of River Run are they work with Sauron very often, and they're Kraken priests, so they worship evil creatures. In River Run now, they started out very nice, very good people, and they've been tainted over time by this aberrant plane, but there's also good ones among them because of the radiant energy of the celestial, and so maybe the star over time has been trying to summon allies to protect her and free her so that she could help and close the plane, and all that. All this amazing stuff is going on that the star is doing, but she can't do much because the vault is so strong. But now time is passing, and she's calling heroes to help her, and maybe that's part of our campaign hook for what's right now, right? So that's what happened. So what's happening now is the Avenger is near. So the star fell. She was stolen. I already covered this one by accident. That's a bit of more of what's happening between here and there. And finally, the Avenger is near. So her brother is a meteorite. He's going to come and he's going to destroy Ihend because he's so angry at his sister being locked away for 1,000 years, and he might not even be that reasonable with her. Like, she might say, hey, no, it's cool, but he's like, nah, we're destroying this place for what they did. So that's what the end of the campaign is going to be. And maybe there's some groups that are urging the comet on. Maybe there's some that are trying to unlock the star and use the wish spell that she'll grant. All this kind of stuff we can get from our tagline. So let's touch on the groups that want him to hurry up and get here. Well, let's say there's the Cult of the Falling Fire, and they are urging the comet on to make a mass sacrifice to Hadar and give him some energy. If you guys know anything about Hadar, he's hungry. He is a dying star, and these warlocks worship Hadar, so that's kind of their goal in trying to get the comet to get here. The Mad King sitting on the throne of Ihend, he came from Ikerland, and he conquered all the 7 cities. He wants the comet to arrive so that all his problems will go up in smoke. You won't have to worry about it anymore. The Elven Barbarians of Schneezeldorf, their queen married King Henry, the current tyrant on the throne, and they want the comet to come so that they can destroy his city and ruin his legacy. The Kraken priests of Riverwood want the comet to get here so that when it lands, it'll be enough force to kickstart the heart of the great beast that they worship, the dead Kraken that Ihend is built upon. So those are some of the factions that might be at work. There's some that want to get the star here and are going to inadvertently release summon the meteorite, because once the star is freed from revolt, the meteorite is going to arrive. So there's the Geshi under the city who want to use the wish to free their stone queen from her stasis. She's been imprisoned by her own magic and clever adventures. And there's the giant king who wants to summon the meteorite to wipe out Ihint, who his people have been at war with for 1,000 years. And there's the hags of the Starfall Covenant, who want to get the meteorite to come so that they can be released from their pact that's binding them and restraining their power. So they want more power to, I don't know, do their thing, right? So that's a lot of really good information that we've got about our campaign from just the tagline. And I have this already because it's in my campaign, but I could have gotten it again from my tagline, and I could have gotten different information, right? So your tagline is specific to your campaign, and it really helps you kind of fill in the gaps between here and there, and it gives you a lot of good, useful lore, because sometimes DMs have a problem where they don't make useful lore. But in this case, if you knew this lore, if you finally find out what the star is, that explains so much stuff, and it really makes a lot of sense as to why everyone's always attacking Ihint and some of what the various groups want. So this does a lot of really good things, not least among them is the useful lore. So that's going to be my next video on Expert DM Tips, is how to use lore to good effect in your games. So before I go, here's what I want you guys to do. I want you to comment down below your campaign tagline. We're going to have a contest, see who can have the best one, and I'll respond and see if I can't kind of make some good information from your tagline. In addition to that, go to my Discord, and I'll help you get a tagline for your campaign and help you work on it. So I also want you to share and subscribe so that everyone can see this video. Goodbye, good luck, and have fun in your games.